Hello everybody, I'm your friendly neighborhood Let's Player Spider-Man, and I welcome you to Let's Play Moonstone, A Hard Day's Night. This is the game that I talked about in the last video when I did the Millennium walkthrough, and, well, let's just dive into it. Although, of course, I need to show the intro movie first, which begins right here. So, I'll be quiet so you can enjoy it. That great intro movie to this wonderful game. The Druids sent their best knights to Stonehenge, so they may be dumped into the quest for the Moonstone. So that's pretty much the idea of the game. You're a knight, you have been put on the quest to find the Moonstone, so you just go into places, fight monsters, and hopefully get the keys to the valley, fight the boss, and get the Moonstone to the Stonehenge. That's it. It's a simple story to the game, but the game is not that simple itself. And of course I'll have to be editing the video a little bit because of the long loading times that this game is notorious about. Of course they're not that long, but sometimes it can take a while for something to load up. Like the start of the game right here. But then again, that's the way things were back then, with the heavy games, you could say. At least games that take a lot of memory. But this is only 3 discs, so it's not that big of a game compared to some others like Indiana Jones and the Fate of Atlantis and Monkey Island 2. Those things were 11 discs. So this is pretty much an easy game for the computer because of just having 3 discs. But anyway, it can take up to 4 players if you want to play with friends. You only play with each other, each has their own turn when they move and do stuff. And of course when you meet someone else, you can fight them. And it's a duel to the death, and it's always one-on-one. So it depends on if you want to do that or not. So it can be fun playing with 4 players, each going for the Moonstone. But since I'm alone, so I'm going to be a 1-player game. And of course we're going to have gore, because this game is a very gory game. And you can also practice on a duel against someone else if you are rusty in your skills of how the controls go for the knight when you go into battle. But I know all of it, so we're just going to go dive into the game right away. And it all depends on what it doesn't really matter where you start. It's just if you know the game through and through like I do, then you would know where to start from. But I'm gonna take the red one because red is my favorite color, so I'm just gonna go take it. And also it's the best place to go in the beginning, because later on when you get better in the game, get better equipment, and the game gets harder, the area where the red one starts gets the most difficult, in my opinion. Of course, all the regions that they start in are dangerous on their own, but in my opinion, the swamp area is the most dangerous. So let's pick that one up, and it's not Sir Edward at all, and I will not call myself Sir Spider-Moi. That sounds really silly. So instead, I will name it what I did a practice run for this game. I just wanted to see if the game works, and also needed to practice my skills a little bit, because quite frankly, it has been a long time since I played this, so I had to practice just a little bit, but I did so well that I just stopped playing and decided to go for the Let's Play instead. But let us name the knight what I named it in my practice run, Sir Failsalot. Because I'm not the best in the game, but I'm pretty good at it, so let's see if I fail or not. So let's dive into the first area of the game, that is right here. Prepare yourself, for the season of the Moonstones is upon you. All those little boxes or little huts that you see, those are the areas that you go in to fight monsters and get the treasures from. They're treasure chests. So you have to go into each place and try to get the treasure. And here we have the swamp men. I'm not really sure what these are. They're kind of trolls or something. And they're really, really huge, and they're really dangerous because of what they can do. That does a lot of damage, that thrust that they do, but they also poke at you with their stump, and that hurts too. But that downward thrust right there, that can be an instant kill, because it hits you so hard and then you will be splattered all over the place. So you gotta be out faster, stronger, better. Hopefully that's the last one. Yep. Because it's the first place in the first level, it's all gonna be very easy. Oh, thank you for the gold. No keys, no nothing else, just gold. Damn it. Would have hoped for some kind of treasure instead of just gold. And now I come to the more important spot here, explaining this. You have 5 lives you begin with, and you can always go back to your home village to restore more lives if you lose a lot of them. You have throwing daggers, you can throw them, but I hardly ever use them because they're not that useful, except in the beginning of a duel against a computer. Then you have your sword here. You can go to the city and buy a better sword when you need to, and there's your armor. Over here you will get the keys that you need. You need to get 4 keys to enter the center of the valley. That's our first project in the game, getting those 4 keys. And then you will get all kinds of magical items out here. And those will come in eventually, and I will explain them when they come into play. And here you have your experience. Every 3 experience points you can upgrade one of your stats. You have strength, constitution, and endurance. Strength is, of course, how strong you are. Constitution is a boost for your hit points. The bigger the constitution, the more hit points you have. And endurance aids you in how long you can travel on the map. Right now, I cannot walk that far before my turn ends, so the higher the endurance, the longer you walk. That's pretty much it for endurance. It's not that useful, but it's always good to have some points in it, because there's some rough terrain around the map that you need to go faster for, because you cannot really walk that fast in the beginning, so you might lose your turn before even reaching any place. And of course you have the gold and your hit points. Your hit points right here. At each turn, when you end your turn and wait for the next day, you will heal about 3 hit points. So I'm pretty okay right now, and I'm sure one of the knights is going to attack me, because they're that stupid. They always do in the beginning. They just want to go for my gold, and instead of that, I'm gonna kill them, and they're gonna give me their experience, 1 experience points, and all of their gold. You always start with 10 gold the game. So let's go. Let's see what the others do. Yeah, he's gonna come at me. I know it. Yeah, he always does. No matter where you start, the one that's closest, the other one of the 3 knights who's closest to you, they'll always come at you first. Especially if you start as a red one, this guy will always come at you. Ow. He's gonna kill me if I'm not careful enough. Come on. Come on. Gotcha. Oh, he didn't die. There you go. Off with your head. Yeah, doing my poses here. Yeah. They're so dumb. They're so dumb. He lost 1 life. He lost 1 dagger or 2. And he lost all of his gold. Thank you. I didn't get any experience points. You rarely do when you kill these guys. You only get experience points when you attack the treasure areas. So you don't really get any experience points from these idiots. So you'll just have to endure all their shenanigans. But at least I got 10 gold from it, so I can go to the city and heal myself on next turn. Because that will be really good. I don't want to go anywhere when I'm flashing. And as you can see, the others are coming for me as well. So just better to go here, heal, and maybe even get a better sword. You never know. Welcome to the city of Waterdeep. So when you're in the city, you have a merchant, a tavern, healer, and mithril domestic. The merchant has all the equipment that you can ever need, of course. Sells daggers, 2 swords, and 3 different sets of armor. This is the second best sword in the game, and this is the best armor in the game. Right now I have enough gold, so I'm gonna buy the claymore sword. It reaches a little further than the short sword, and also it's a little stronger. Well, actually a lot stronger, so if one of them attacks me again, I'm gonna kill them more easily. And next I'm gonna go to the healer. When you go to these places, the mithril or the healer. Good day, Sir Knight. Would you care for healing? I have the best roots, herbs, and leeches on this side of the land. I am at your service for a small donation. So let us give him a donation. I'll give him a 5 coins. That should be enough. Sometimes it doesn't work. Usually they want more, so going for 10 coins would be a better deal. But I want to save up some of my coins for something else right now, so I'll give him 5. For that amount of coin, the best I can offer you is some roots and herbal tea. So he didn't heal me. He just gave me some tea and roots. Maybe it healed me a little bit, but not much. So it's always safer to go for just for 10 coins, because then they would heal you. So it's not much of a spend, but I don't have that much money, so I wanted to save and wanted to see what happens, so I failed. And that's about it. And when you go to the tavern is just for gambling. You roll dice and hope to get 3 of the same faces and hope to win. I'm not really sure how it really works, but that's what I remember. And the better the size of the die gives you more money, of course. But whenever you do not get any of the same faces, you will always lose money. So it's a very luck-based game, and not that useful of getting yourself money. Unless you have one of those items in the game that boost up your luck. Although those are very scarce, and I don't remember which of the items it is. So I'm just going to show you how it works. You bet from 1 to 5 gold, and depending on what faces you get, it will either double, triple, or 5 times your amount of winnings. So if I bet 1 gold, I will get back, I will win 2 golds, 3 or 5. So it's always better to go for 5 gold if you want to risk it. But since I don't have that much of gold, I'm not going to risk it, so I'm going to just go 1 and see what happens. I lost 1 gold and have now 13. There's, of course, 6 faces on each of the die, and as you can see, there's a full moon, there are moons. There's 4 stages of the moons: the wakening, the full, and the eclipse. And then there's Skull and the Dragon. The Dragon is the best. If you get 3 dragons, that will be the 5 times amount of gold you will get back. So let's try that again. Bet 1 gold. Didn't get any. And as you can see, there's the skull. The skull is the worst. I don't remember what happens with it, but it's not that good. If that one would have turned into an eclipse, I would have won some money. But no. So I'm just gonna spend one more coin. Just gonna try it out. And as you can see, got one dragon, 2 full moons. But no. No winnings. Like I said, it's not really that best of a thing to do to get yourself some money because it's really risky because it's not that good. As you saw, it's not really that trustworthy. But Mithril the Mystic is the best guy in here. After the merchant, of course, because you need to get that best armor that they have. Welcome, my child. I am here to help you in your quests. I have the powers to reach into the cosmos and give your body new skills and agility. I am at your service for a small mission. So what it goes is always in tens. So it's 10 coins, 20 coins, 30 coins. The more you give, the better the upgrade he will give you. And it's always stats. He never gives items or anything, he only upgrades your stats, the strength, constitution, or endurance. Now, I'm gonna give him all my gold that I have, and hope that I will get at least anything. It will be anything. Even for 10 gold, it can be random. It can be endurance or constitution. But for strength, you have to give a little bit more. That's what I remember. If you want strength, you have to give at least 20 gold. But it can be randomized, so even for 10 coins, you can get strength. As you see, I got strength. But that rarely happens. The more you give, the more gold you give, the better chances of you have of getting strength and constitution. Usually I would get endurance for that, so I got really lucky there. So if one of the knights attack me again, I'm gonna really destroy them because I have a better sword now, and well, I have the second best sword in the game, and I have 1 strength more. So I'm for the start of the game, I'm a really devastating force against them. And here he comes again. He's attacking me again. The gods pause for a moment. I told you that there's black knights that attack you. It's just stupid that they don't go after the treasures. They go after you. And there you see, that's the knife. And as you can see, he's already glowing. That means he's at half hit points, and yep. See, Black Knight, don't attack me. I'm a lot better than you. You don't even have anything to give me, so I'm just gonna take your daggers, 2 of them. See, I told you they're dumb. They're really dumb. I don't understand why they attack me. I'm a lot better, I'm stronger now than any of them, so yeah, you 2 are smart. Get away from me. So the next day, we're gonna go up here to this place. And hopefully it's not the swamp monster. Beware of the ratmen during a full moon, for they grow stronger as the moon gets fuller. Yeah, the red men are really big guys and really strong, so if you wanna go up against them, don't go when the moon is full. Ah! The swamp monster! Yeah. I always have... These are the scariest monsters in the game, just because of that, the organ stab and how they appear. And if they appear right on top of you when they do that, it's an instant kill, no matter how strong you are. Even if you have the best armor, the best sword, great stats or anything, that's an instant kill. They just come up, grab you, and drag you down to the inside the swamp. So, now, but I killed them that easy, and no gold, but a potion of healing. That's self-explanatory. A scroll of acquisition, and the scroll of the worm. Okay. Now the scroll of acquisition is like a thief spell. You can use it to steal any kind of item, 1 item from 1 player, whoever you choose to steal it from. And the scroll of the worm is something like a repellent against a dragon. I don't quite remember for sure if it's that. I hardly ever use the scrolls for anything. So, I don't remember all of them, especially the Scroll of the Worm, so I don't remember what it is. It could be something like you can call the dragon to attack a certain other player or something like that. There is a dragon in the game, and it flies from left to right or right to left, depending on which side of the screen it went into last time. So it keeps going back and forth, flying around and killing the other players or you if it happens to hit you on your turn. So you have to be really careful not to let the dragon land on you on your turn, because if it attacks me right now, I would be dead in 1 second. The dragon is the most devastating enemy in the game, even worse than the last boss well, not last boss, but the boss of the game. Because when you get the keys to the valley and you go into the valley, you have to fight an enemy there, and that enemy is nothing compared to the dragon. The dragon is the most difficult enemy to kill, even compared to all the other enemies in this game, like the lions and the Borlax, the ratmen, even the trolls in the swamp. Even sometimes when there's two of the trolls, that's nothing compared to the dragon. The dragon is very difficult to hit. It has a lot of hit points, so you just have to know the strategy against it to beat it. And I don't remember the strategy. But at this level, with my stats, my equipment, it will just devour me in one hit, pretty much, or just burn me up. So I gotta get my stats up, and I gotta get the best armor, even to have a hint of success against the dragon. But enough about that, and enough about this video. I think this has gone long enough. So, next time, I will be continuing my adventure across the swamp and the world, and show you more stuff that is in the world. Hopefully not getting too many fights with the Black Knights, because I need experience points, which I don't get from those idiots. So, this is the start of a great adventure for Sir Failsalot. And I hope you have a good evening, good afternoon, and a good morning, and I will see you all next time. Take care, people. Bye.